sometimes in maths we also write things like 1 plus 2 equals 3, and unlike our previous expressions that we wrote, this one doesn't really have an answer of type int. We can do some work and evaluate it to some extent, and then we get, well, 3 equals 3 by evaluating the plus. And we can see in our mind that that's trivially true, but every expression in OCaml, every well-formed expression has a type and has a value that it can be evaluated to. Well, 3 equals 3 does not look like a value. It looks as though we can evaluate it further. And the answer is, of course, well, 3 equals 3 evaluates to true. And in fact, there is indeed a thing in OCaml called true, and there is also a thing called false. And these, we talked about the type int. Well, these two things have type bool, because they are Boolean types, values of a Boolean type. There are exactly two things of type bool. There is true, which has type bool, and there is false, which has type bool. Well, we can see then that the type of this expression, true, is clearly bool, and because of our rule that the type of an expression is the type of the value that it will eventually evaluate to, well, 3 equals 3 has type bool too, and so indeed does 1 plus 2 equals 3. Well, we've introduced a new operator here, equals, and that's called a comparison operator because it's used to compare things. And in fact, we can also use comparison operators on types other than integer. We used it on type integer here, but we could also write true equals false, and that would evaluate to false, because true is not equal to false. And there are lots of other comparison operators like less than, more than, less than or equal to, more than or equal to, and not equal to. So we can write 1 is not equal to 6, and that evaluates to true. Again, the type of this expression is bool, and so the type of the value it evaluates to is bool. We can also combine these Boolean operators in various ways. We can write 4 is more than 5, or, two vertical bars means or, 5 is more than 4. Well, this will evaluate to false, this part. 4 is not more than 5. And this would evaluate to true, and so false or true evaluates to true, because at least one of them is true. And in the same way, we can write 4 is more than 5, 2 ampersands, 5 is more than 4. 2 ampersands is called, so this is called or, and this is called and. Well, in this case we get, again, false and true. Well, these aren't both true, and so the whole thing evaluates to false. So those are some comparison operators and the Boolean type.